Okay, if you've ever walked into a Costco, you know the vibe, right? Giant carts, concrete floors, the free samples, that whole treasure hunt feeling. But, behind all those pallets of paper towels and those mountains of muffins, there's one of the most brilliant, most resilient business models in all of retail. And today, we're going to unpack exactly how they pull it off.
I mean, it seems like a total paradox, doesn't it? Here's a store that sells everything in bulk at these razor-thin margins, and of course they famously haven't raised the price of that hot dog combo in, decades. So you have to ask, where's the real money coming from? That's the big question we're tackling today. All right, so the first big piece of the puzzle, it might actually surprise you. See, to really get Costco, you have to completely stop thinking about what they sell on the shelves. Because believe it or not, the stuff you put in your cart, that's not actually their main product.
Now, at first glance, if you look at their total revenue, it seems like I'm completely wrong. Merchandise sales, the stuff they sell, it makes up almost everything. And those membership fees, they look like this tiny, almost insignificant slice of the pie. But this is exactly where the genius of the model is hiding in plain sight.
Because here's the secret sauce. That tiny 2 to 3% slice is almost pure profit. See, the money they make from selling merchandise, that basically just covers the cost of doing business. The inventory, running the warehouses, paying the employees. But the membership fee revenue? Well, that goes almost straight to the bottom line. It often accounts for the majority of the company's entire profit. So think about it. They're not really trying to make money off the rotisserie chicken. They're using the cheap chicken to sell you a membership card. And once you've paid that fee, you feel like you have to shop there to get your money's worth. It's just a brilliant psychological hook.
So now that we understand the financial engine, let's look at how the physical stores themselves are built for just pure raw efficiency. I mean, it's a total masterclass in how to run a tight ship.
And this slide right here gets to the absolute heart of their strategy. Your typical grocery store just bombards you with choice. Dozens of peanut butters, endless shampoos. Costco, on the other hand, is just ruthless about curation. By offering only about 4,000 items, or SKUs, they're not limiting your choice by accident. No, they are doing it very, very deliberately.
And that single choice creates this powerful domino effect. So stocking fewer items means they sell through their inventory incredibly fast. That super high turnover gives them immense negotiating power with their suppliers, right? They can go and buy massive quantities of just one brand of ketchup. And all of this simplifies their operations, from stocking shelves to managing the supply chain, which keeps their costs way, way down.
And a huge part of this less is more strategy is their secret weapon, the Kirkland signature brand. Now, this is not just some generic store brand. Costco has built Kirkland into a true mark of quality, and it's often sourced from the very same manufacturers as the big national brands. This lets them offer amazing products at a lower price, which boosts their profit margins and creates customers who literally come back just for those Kirkland products. And just to prove how committed they are to value, Costco has this famous unwritten rule. They will not mark up any branded item by more than this number, 14%. While other retailers might be marking things up 25, 50, even 100%, Costco's cap just proves to its members that they are always getting a fair deal. So when you put all these pieces together, the membership model, the insane operational efficiency, the power of their house brand, you get what investors call a moat. And it's basically a set of competitive advantages that's so strong, it's incredibly difficult for anyone else to even try to attack their business.
And the ultimate proof of that moat is right here. In their main markets like the US and Canada, Costco's membership renewal rate is consistently over 90%. I mean, just think about that for a second. More than 9 out of 10 people willingly choose to pay again year after year just for the privilege of shopping there. That is a truly astonishing level of customer loyalty.
So just to sum up their moat, they have the power to keep prices incredibly low. Their massive scale gives them leverage over suppliers that almost nobody else can match. Their whole no-frills warehouse model keeps costs to a bare minimum. And because the model is the marketing, they spend next to nothing on traditional ads. It's just a beautiful, self-reinforcing cycle of success. But hey, no company is invincible, right? So what does the future actually hold for Costco? Let's take a good, balanced look at the road ahead.
So, where does Costco go from here? Well, the growth story is far from over. International expansion, especially into these huge, untapped markets across Asia and Europe, is a massive opportunity. They're also still opening new warehouses at a really steady clip, and they're slowly but surely building out their online presence to compete in the digital age.
But of course, there's some real challenges on the horizon. I mean, you've got fierce competition from giants like Amazon and Walmart. That's a constant threat.
Their global model makes them pretty vulnerable to supply chain disruptions. And while they're known for paying their employees really well, rising labor costs are a persistent pressure on their super thin margin model.
So after peeling back all these layers, why has this one-of-a-kind company become such a long-term favorite on Wall Street? What's the bottom line for someone looking at this as an investment?
It really all boils down to these 5 points. The membership income is stable and predictable, like clockwork. The customer base is unbelievably loyal. The company is just run with this incredible discipline and efficiency. There's still a long road ahead for them to grow globally. And maybe most importantly, they've built this powerful brand that people just trust implicitly to deliver value.
And that really leaves us with this one final fascinating question. In a time when online stores offer us literally endless options with a single click, Costco has built a massive empire on the exact opposite idea, a carefully curated selection in a physical space. So, is their disciplined less-is-more approach a relic of the past, or is it actually a hidden key to the future of retail? It's definitely something to think about the next time you're enjoying that $1.50 hot dog.